In a bustling Lagos market, Ada, a talented craftswoman, struggles to rebuild her life after her unfaithful husband, Chijioke, returns seeking forgiveness. As they navigate the complicated feelings, a community event thrusts Ada into the spotlight, revealing her inspiring journey of resilience. Chijioke, determined to win her back, begins to show genuine change, but Ada is cautious, knowing trust must be rebuilt. The tension reaches a boiling point during a rooftop sunset conversation where Chijioke lays bare his heart, challenging Ada to reconsider their relationship. Will their love survive the shadows of the past, or will Ada choose to walk away and continue her journey alone? In the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria, lived a woman named Ada. Ada was beautiful and kind, with a heart full of love. She wore colorful traditional attire, often a flowing blue and gold lace gown, which shimmered in the sunlight. Her hair was neatly styled in a bun, adorned with delicate beads. Ada lived in a cozy house with her husband, Chijioke, who seemed charming on the outside but had a secret that would change everything. Every morning, Ada prepared breakfast for Chijioke. She cooked his favorite dish, jollof rice, with plantains on the side. As she stirred the pot, she hummed a sweet tune, thinking about how lucky she was to have a loving husband. However, unbeknownst to her, Chijioke was not as faithful as he appeared. He had been meeting another woman in secret. One day, while walking home from the market with her basket filled with fresh vegetables, Ada noticed Chijioke's car parked outside a fancy restaurant. Her heart raced as she saw a woman with long hair and a red dress laughing with him. Ada felt a chill run down her spine but decided to ignore it, convincing herself that he must be meeting a friend. Days turned into weeks, and Ada continued to notice strange behavior from Chijioke. He would come home late and often received mysterious phone calls. Each time he saw Ada approaching, he would quickly hide his phone. Ada's heart ached with doubt and suspicion. She decided to investigate. One evening, Ada followed Chijioke when he said he was going out with friends. She wore a colorful traditional wrapper and tiptoed quietly behind him. They walked through the crowded streets of Lagos, filled with the sound of laughter and music, until they reached another restaurant. Ada's heart raced as she saw him sitting at a table with the same woman in the red dress. Feeling betrayed, Ada left the restaurant, her mind racing with thoughts of what to do next. She felt a mix of anger and sadness. Back home, she sat on the floor of her living room, surrounded by family photos that reminded her of happier times. She wanted to confront Chijioke but didn't know how. The next day, Ada decided to confront Chijioke. She put on her best outfit, a bright yellow dress that made her feel confident. When Chijioke came home, she gathered her courage and asked him about the woman in the red dress. Chijioke's face turned pale, and he stumbled over his words, unable to deny the truth. Chijioke tried to explain, saying it was just a friend from work, but Ada could see the lies in his eyes. She felt a fire ignite within her, and instead of crying, she stood tall. "If you think you can play with my heart and get away with it, you are wrong," she declared. Chijioke, realizing the depth of his mistakes, began to beg for forgiveness. He promised to change, but Ada knew she had to think carefully. She decided to give him one last chance, but with a secret plan of her own. She would make him realize how precious their love was. That night, Ada called her friends and shared her troubles. They suggested a surprise party to rekindle the love between them. Ada agreed. excited to show Chijioke how much she cared and how special their relationship could be. She invited all their friends, decorated the house with beautiful flowers, and prepared a feast. The day of the party arrived, and Ada wore a stunning green traditional gown that sparkled under the lights. She was nervous but hopeful. When Chijioke walked through the door, he was surprised to see all their friends cheering. Ada's heart filled with joy as she watched him smile. As the party continued, Ada took Chijioke aside. She expressed her love for him but reminded him of the pain he had caused. She told him that trust was fragile and could break easily. Chijioke listened, realizing how deeply he had hurt her. He promised to make amends and be a better husband. After the party, things seemed to improve. Chijioke was more attentive, bringing Ada flowers and spending quality time with her. But deep down, Ada remained cautious. She wanted to believe him but couldn't shake the feeling that he might betray her again. She needed a plan to test his loyalty. Ada decided to create a little challenge. She told Chijioke she would be away for a week to visit her aunt. In reality, she planned to stay close by, watching him from a distance to see if he would stay faithful while she was gone. Chijioke assured her he would miss her and would be waiting for her return. While Ada stayed at her friend's house, she observed Chijioke. He seemed to act normal, but she noticed he was spending a lot of time on his phone. One evening, she saw him leaving their home with a suspicious smile on his face. Ada's heart raced as she decided to follow him once again. As Ada trailed behind him, she felt a mix of fear and determination. They walked through the busy streets of Lagos, passing vendors selling colorful fabrics and delicious snacks. Finally, she followed him to a bar where he met the woman in the red dress again. Ada's heart sank. She was not going to let this slide. In a fit of anger, Ada confronted them right there in the bar. "You think I wouldn't find out?" she shouted, drawing the attention of everyone around. Chijioke looked shocked, while the woman just smirked, not caring about the commotion. Chijioke stumbled over his words, trying to explain again, but Ada was done listening. "You had your chance, and you blew it," she exclaimed. With that, she turned to leave, her heart pounding in her chest. She knew she deserved better. Ada returned home, feeling empowered and sad at the same time. She realized she no longer needed Chijioke in her life. She began to focus on herself, her career, and the things that made her happy. She even started a small business selling handmade crafts that reflected her culture. Meanwhile, Chijioke was left alone, realizing what he had lost. He tried to reach out to Ada, sending her messages and flowers, but she ignored him. Ada's friends supported her, reminding her that she was strong and beautiful. As weeks passed, Ada's business flourished. She became well known for her beautiful crafts, and people from all over Lagos began to admire her work. Ada felt proud of herself and happy without Chijioke. She had learned that she could thrive on her own. One day, Chijioke showed up at the craft fair, looking remorseful. He approached Ada, admitting his mistakes. "I was foolish to lose you," he said, his voice trembling. "Please give me another chance." Ada looked into his eyes and saw the regret, but she also remembered the pain. "I appreciate your words, but I am no longer the woman who depended on you. I am a stronger person now," she replied, her voice steady and calm. She felt a mix of emotions but knew she had made the right choice. Chijioke, feeling the weight of her words, understood that his chances were fading fast. "I can prove to you that I have changed." I will support your business and be there for you, but I can't lose you again, he said, desperation creeping into his voice. Ada considered his offer but also thought about her own happiness. It's not enough just to say you've changed. You need to show it through your actions. If you truly care, then help me build my dreams, not just for us but for myself, she stated. With a heavy heart, Ada left the craft fair, leaving Chijioke behind. She felt relieved but also a little guilty for not giving him another chance. Nevertheless, she knew that she needed to prioritize her own well-being above all else. As time went on, Chijioke began attending all of Ada's craft fairs and helping her sell her items. He genuinely wanted to support her, and little by little, Ada saw glimpses of the man she once loved. He was learning to respect her independence and showing her that he could be there for her without being possessive. Despite his efforts, Ada remained cautious. She didn't want to fall back into old patterns. She encouraged Chijioke to meet new people and focus on his own interests, urging him to find happiness without relying on her. She believed that a healthy relationship could only thrive when both partners stood on their own feet. Meanwhile, as their friendship grew stronger, Ada discovered that Chijioke had talent in graphic design. Inspired by his creativity, she encouraged him to start his own business creating designs for other small vendors. Chijioke took her advice to heart, and slowly but surely, he began to find success on his own. As the months passed, Ada began to see a change in Chijioke. He was more responsible and sincere in his efforts. One evening, while they were working late, he surprised her with a heartfelt gesture. He presented her with a beautifully designed logo for her craft business, complete with a handwritten note expressing his appreciation for her. Overwhelmed with emotions, Ada realized that she had not only helped Chijioke find his path but had also discovered something profound about herself. She had learned to forgive but not forget. Trust was hard to rebuild, and she wasn't ready to dive back into a romantic relationship just yet. Chijioke respected her decision, continuing to support her without pushing for more. They became the best of friends, collaborating on projects and enjoying each other's company. But deep down, both of them knew that feelings lingered, waiting for the right moment to surface. One day, during a community event, Ada's booth drew attention from a local journalist. She was interviewed about her business, and her story of resilience and independence spread throughout Lagos. The support she received was overwhelming, and it inspired others in her community. Chijioke watched proudly from a distance, realizing how much Ada had grown. As she spoke passionately about her journey, he knew he had to be the man she deserved. He approached her after the interview, filled with determination. "I want to be better for you, not just as a partner but as a friend," he said sincerely. Ada smiled, appreciating his words. "Let's keep building our dreams together, one step at a time," she replied. They agreed to take things slowly, focusing on friendship and mutual respect before deciding on a future together. As the months turned into a year, Ada's business continued to flourish, and Chijioke's design venture took off. They collaborated on various projects, using the unique skills to help each other grow. Their bond deepened, transforming into a partnership filled with love and trust. One day, during a quiet evening on the rooftop of Ada's house, they watched the sunset over Lagos, painting the sky with beautiful hues of orange and pink. Chijioke turned to Ada, his heart racing. "I know I messed up before, but I want to be with you. I want to make this work," he confessed. Ada felt her heart flutter. She had come a long way and realized that she still had feelings for Chijioke. I appreciate everything you've done, but trust takes time. I need you to understand that love must be built on honesty and respect, she replied softly. Chijioke nodded, understanding the weight of her words. I promise to show you every day that I am committed to building a future together, starting from this moment, he said, reaching for her hand. With renewed hope, they decided to take their relationship to the next level, knowing that it would be a journey filled with challenges but also immense joy. As they walked down the path together, hand in hand, they felt a sense of unity and purpose. They both understood that trust would not be rebuilt overnight, but they were committed to working together, facing the future with open hearts. Ada felt a sense of freedom and empowerment, knowing that she could be herself while building a life with someone who truly cared. From that day forward, Ada and Chijioke embraced the lessons learned through their struggles. They celebrated their love, their dreams, and the life they were building together. They had faced the storm, but now they stood strong, ready to face whatever life would throw at them next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss this emotional rollercoaster. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Ada should give him another chance, or walk away for good? We'd love to hear your opinions.